Just classic Big 12 battle, physical, came down to a couple plays at the end.
That's generally what happens in this league. It was I thought, a extremely physical game, and I think that's what you get in this league as well.
With Erica not 100%, how'd you guys adjust? How'd you think you battled through that?
Well, we've got good players. I thought Keedy played really well. Joe came in and played really well. Our front line, I thought, was good. That three-headed monster, put that in, and we got a couple of shot blockers, and then Jimmy can score it pretty good. James, for that matter, can score it as well. So, got to play the cards that dealt you.
Coach, after obviously a tough start to conference play, you flipped things around. At this point, another win over a ranked opponent. It looks like you're really starting to stack these wins in-house. From your perspective, what's changed internally?
We didn't make shots. We didn't make any shots. We had 1 and 2 footers, and we didn't make them. We had 2 or 3 chances, 2 right at the top of my head, where all we had to do was make a free throw and we win. And we didn't. We not just missed 1, but we missed several. We would have won a game for us. So we shot ourselves in the foot.
Coach, it looked like you could get good shots against their 1-3-1, but Iowa State seemed to be happy with forcing shots from different spots on the floor. Their coach said in different rhythm. Is that what makes their defense tougher, that you got to adjust to taking shots from different places?
Well, the 1-3-1 bothered us because they didn't run what we were supposed to run. And we worked on it. We worked on it, not for a long time. It was a hard week in that we practiced 2 times. We didn't practice very long, and we couldn't practice against everything that they throw at you because we would have been on the floor too long, because you still have to score. So we had to work on offense as well. We had to work on transition as well. There's a lot of things that we have to do, in the course of a practice, and we just couldn't spend an enormous amount of time on anything. So we did the best that we could, and I thought our guys did a good job, other than against the 1-3-1. They played 1-3-1, they played 2-3. So we had to get ready for both of them. We just didn't do a very good job of running what we were supposed to run. But we still survived it.
Coach, it's a 1-point game with under 20 seconds left. Just kind of get your thoughts on the 2 plays that Joe Tuason made defensively on their last 2 possessions. The run out with Grill, it's kind of a 1-on-1. He's kind of in a no man's land there. Kind of affects that shot, and then obviously the next possession where he draws an offensive foul. Seemed like there's 500 different things that happened in this game, but maybe those 2 plays kind of stood out to me.
Well, we're kind of in a situation where we have 2 small guards. I'd like to play them both together for an extended period of time, but I can't. I can't afford for both of those guys to get in foul trouble, because we really don't have a third point guard. So Keedy starts and plays more. Joe comes in and plays, a good bit later. We play them both together when I'm not as worried about them fouling out. So I'm trying to manage it in terms of being able to keep at least one of those guys on the floor.
Emmett Matthews was a big factor offensively tonight, and really efficient, 7 of 10. Just what did you see from him attacking?
Same thing I've seen for 5 years now. It's really 6, because I did watch him play at Washington. I stayed up late and watched him just so I could watch him play. So 6 years. and he's in the back making fun of me. He gives us great length to defend. I think that's one of the really big advantages that he gives us is his length. But he's a good rebounder. He can shoot it as you saw today. He makes free throws. He does a lot of things for us.
Bob, forgetting basketball, what does it take, guts-wise, I guess, to win a game like that, where, especially with the officiating, I don't mean good or bad, I just mean so many stops and starts, and you never really get a rhythm going?
Well, I think as the old, whatever it was, proverb says, you dug yourself a hole, you need to climb out of it. We dug ourselves a hole, and so we're trying to climb out of it. And I think that's a big part of our competitiveness now. I think that's a big part of why we're playing so much harder than what we played before. We're trying to get out of that hole. And we've made strides in getting out of the hole, and once you get close to getting out of the hole, you sure as heck don't want to fall back in it. I think that's a big part of it.
Anything else?
Bob, with what you're saying about prep time, far more time for this one than you have for the two coming up, that 1 day in between and short prep there.
Yeah, but we've played them before. That helps. I mean, I think we can look at film. Our guys can look at film and see the mistakes that we made, which ought to help us prepare better for this time.
Coach, thank you.
Yes, sir.